Good evening and welcome to Be Inspired with Pepe Minambo, your inspirational show for personal, career and business development. A few weeks back, we started a series on this show on the growth mindset, and I emphasize a lot on the 2% mindset. The 2% mindset that rule the other 98% mindset. The 2% mindset that lead and feed the 98% mindsets. The clothes we wear, the cars we drive, the lives we live are designed and curated by the 2% mindset. So I was talking to some of my friends and they told me, look here, you are talking about the 2% mindset, the attributes, the acumen, the qualities that one has to have to be part of the 2% mindset. But you're not talking about the 98% mindset. What keeps the 98% mindset people to be who they are and to do the things they do and to live the lives they live? And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk more about the 98% mindset than the 2% mindsets. These 98% mindset. What kind of choices, what kind of lifestyle, what kind of decision, what kind of mindset these people have that hold them back from fully living their dreams and fulfilling their purpose in life and achieving, their full potential. So, to help us tonight, I'll pick again on my 10th book, Beyond Limit. On the cover of the book, I ask questions like, how many sets of footprints are there on the moon? I ask the question, is the genius of a fish in climbing trees? Then I ask again, what the next big thing in your life? So there are about 5 things that I will discuss with us tonight that defines the 98% mindset. I say the policies that we comply to, the money that we use, the food that we eat, and the road that we drive on, they are all designed and they are all formulated and they are all done by the 2% mindset of the world population, whereby we have the 98% mindset that are living lives that have been designed for them by the 2% mindset. But then today, let's define the 98% mindset. What characterizes this kind of people? Okay? What kind of characteristics we can offer or we can give to this kind of people? And I've come up with 5 things that I want to share with us. Number 1, I'll pick it from my chapter 2, my second chapter of the book. And the title is simply, The Tragedy of a Compromised Life. Now, I'll tell you, the 98% of the world population is made of women and men, individuals old and young, big and small, who have just chosen to live a compromised life. These people have an idea of what they can become. These people have an idea of how far they can go. These people have an idea of the kind of potential and growth they carry within. But for one reason or the other, either life circumstances or just reality in the society, they have chosen to live a compromised life. They are misfits in everything they do. You see someone in some job, they don't fit in. You see someone in some trade, they are totally displaced and misplaced. Now, if you feel as a misfit, or if you know either your husband or your wife or your child or your brother or your cousin, they are doing something, but you know from your heart of heart that they don't belong there, they don't fit there, that's just one of the examples of people who have chosen to live a compromised life. Either out of ignorance Or they know the reality but do not have the enough guts to follow their heart. As I mentioned again here, I say the greatest courage in this world is not the courage to face an alligator or to fight a lion, but the greatest courage in this world is the courage to follow your heart. So, compromise life. I mentioned in some of my writings that there are 2 great days in a man's life. Number 1, the day they were born, and number 2, the day they discovered why they were born. That was in my first book. But after many years, about 10 and 15, I said, no. I don't think there are 2 great days in a person's life. There are, in fact, 3 great days in a person's life. Number 1, the day they were born. Number 2, the day they discovered why they were born. And number 3, the day they decide to be everything they were born to become and to be. That is the 3rd greatest day in a man's life. In fact, the first quote was said by William Buckley. William Buckley, the name Buckley sounds familiar. Barclays Bank. So that was the Buckley family that were founders of the Barclays Bank that we all used to know, that was across the globe. And the fellow say, we may live for 75 years, equivalent to over 25,000 days, but out of 25,000 days, only 2 days are important in your life. The day you were born and the day you discovered why you were born. But then years later, I came to say, no, those are the 2 important days, but without the 3rd day, these first 2 are very useless. It's the day you decide to be everything you were born for. The day you say no to compromise. The day you say, look here, I will pay every price. I will put in any effort. I will travel the mile. I will go the distance to be everything. So you become daring, what we call daredevils, what we call captains of moonshots, disruptors. So that is the first reason why you have a lot of people in the 98% mindset, compromise life. And my challenge to you tonight, if these descriptions fit you, then it is time to sit down and shake off the shell and get up and believe in yourself and trust your heart and dare pursue that inner voice that keeps on calling you at night or in the morning. Now, in the book I asked the question, is the genius of a fish in climbing trees? No. In fact, it is Albert Einstein that said, he said, everybody is a genius. Everybody can become something at something, but if you judge the intelligence of a fish by its ability to climb trees, that fish will live for the rest of its life thinking that it was really stupid. Because the genius of a fish is not in climbing trees. Fish can't win tree climbing competitions. Put the fish in the water, the fish will become the top, swimmer or the top competitor, because that is their natural ecosystem. Unfortunately, most people are living lives like fish, but trying to win in tree climbing competition. Misplaced, misfit, you can't excel, never. Mediocre, big mind, big education, little life, little achievement, little output. Why? Because you are just a fish trying to win in a tree climbing competition. That is the first reason why you have a lot of people that are known as the 98% mindsets. The second reason why we have people in the 98% mindset and they can't go beyond limits, they can't fully live their dreams, their potential, and their purpose, is what I call indecision. Indecision is the greatest dream killer. Someone told me indecision is already a decision of its own. When you choose not to take a decision, you have taken a decision. And I learned many years back that the distance between your destiny and your reality is a decision. Let me repeat this. The distance between your destiny and your reality is a decision. You can take one decision that will change the fortunes and the direction of your life forever. And a lot of people know the kind of decisions they should take. But what they haven't done is they haven't taken the decision. They talk about the decisions they will be taking. They plan about taking those decisions. And they even refer to other people who took those decisions. But the one thing they haven't done is taking the decision. You know, talking about a decision is not a decision. Planning to take a decision is not a decision. You know, thinking, meditating, and sharing with others about the decision you are going to take, it's not a decision. Taking a decision is taking a decision. Some of us, our lives could turn around if just we take those difficult and sometimes painful decisions. You know, one thing I know about people who are in the 2% mindset is that they take decisions. They analyze situation, they critically look at things, and then they make decisions. Not only at individual level, but at family level, at parenting, concerning their health, concerning their career, concerning their businesses. Let me tell you, a lot of people are going downward in their health, in their parenting, in their family, in their marriages, in their enterprises, in their career, and in their ventures, just because they haven't had the guts to take decisions. I watched the late Bob Collymore, the former CEO of Safaricom, the most profitable company in East and Central Africa, talking about the taking over of Safaricom as a new CEO. The founding CEO, Mr. Michael Joseph, who had led the company for 10 years, was retiring. And then here comes in Bob Collymore, taking the reins of the biggest and most profitable company in East and Central Africa. And upon, you know, just doing the handover, he asked Michael Joseph, upon Michael Joseph handing over to him, he asked him, he said, as your successor, what kind of decision, what kind of advice will you give to me as your successor? And I'll never forget this video clip. Bob Collymore said, the late Bob Collymore said, Michael Joseph looked at him, he said, make decisions. He said, that's the only thing I can tell you, make decisions. He said, you are a CEO to make decisions. One of your greatest KPI, one of your greatest role as a chief executive officer is to make decisions. The company has a strategy, the company has a vision, the company has skills, the company has talent. Yours is to make decisions and make sure you make the right decisions. So people have dreams, people have visions, people have purpose, people have potential, people have skills, people have brains. But let me tell you, a lot of people, what is holding them back in life, they can't make decisions. They are victims of indecisions. Those are the first two things that holds people back and condemn them into the 98% mindset that serves the 2% mindset in this world. I say, number one, the tragedy of a compromised life, and number two, indecision, the greatest dream killer. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back to continue with our reflection.